Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's me, Oliver, and my mom. Obviously, my mom is here, and it's been a while since the last time we filmed a video together. It's been about a year now, which is kind of crazy, so I figured it was about time that I brought my mom back onto my channel because you guys seem to kind of like her more than me, which is fine, it's fair, I get it. So I had an idea, and I wanted my mom to bring her everyday makeup onto my channel. So this little bin over here has all of her everyday makeup. We are going to pretty much be applying
my makeup, how I do it on my 58-year-old skin.
and then
Jamie's gonna use the same makeup in her own way on her very young, beautiful, wrinkle-free skin.
Exactly.
And we'll see the difference.
You know, my mom is very particular with her makeup. She's very, very picky. She really, I don't know, I feel like you have a very specific way you like to look.
I do.
So the products that she uses are like holy grails for her. Like they're products that you kind of always
I always
use.
buy. Start with moisturizing the face.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't say we could start. Yeah, you're not running
Sorry.
the show. Oliver is. Also, very exciting, a portion of today's video is sponsored by Benefit Cosmetics. We are going to be using a brow product that we both use and love
Every day.
It's the Precisely My Brow Pencil. We're putting that in our brows. Give this video a big thumbs up so that you don't make my mom sad. Subscribe also so that you don't make my mom sad, because if you don't, look what you'll do to her. Do you want that to be your responsibility?
Devastating.
I don't think so.
No.
Oliver, you're so cute. Oh my god, what a loungy dog.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is literally as close as we're gonna be able to get to have both of us in here, so I'm sorry that it's not super close, but it's gonna have to do. First, starting off with the moisturizer. What's the moisturizer you like to use?
I love to use my Sicily Intense Hydration Anti-Aging Moisturizer.
Okay, why?
It's light, it's not greasy, it does wonders to my face.
You know, Sicily is pretty pricey.
It is. It makes a huge difference.
Like you notice a difference when you don't
people
use it.
notice a difference. When I just started using it about a month or two after, people actually were commenting on my skin. And then, you know, you use it for a year, you want to start using something else, and I did. And my skin wasn't as nice, so I said, heck with it. I'm going to spend that extra amount. And I don't use very much. I use so little of it. It lasts me a year.
I really don't think you've ever used that sentence in your life.
Heck, I'm being politically
My mom
correct right
is
now.
the biggest swearer on the face of
I
the
don't
planet.
swear. No, don't swear.
Give me that bougie skincare.
Ooh, I have to
You know
waste
what?
some.
My favorite thing to do is to take my makeup off at her house,
Yes, of course.
at my
I use all
parents'
my
house,
stuff.
and then put on all of her Sicily skincare. It's really so majestic.
I have pores, not huge ones, but they're noticeable now. These days I have crepier skin. So I like to put on like a pore minimizer. First I use the Dermalogica H Smart Base Perfection Skin Perfect Primer.
So it is kind of tinted.
It's tinted, but you don't really
So
you don't really see it. I kind of take a very little bit. I kind of put it on my cheeks and sometimes here and sometimes on my chin, and I just kind of pat it in.
Yeah. See, with a product like this, with any type of pore filling primer, I always recommend pressing it into the skin rather than like swiping it. Personally speaking, I actually don't like pore filling primers. I find because my skin is so dry, it pills really easily.
This one does not pill.
No?
And I use such a small amount that it doesn't do it. I sometimes use my Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, which
I recommended.
yes, which I used a gajillion years ago.
I've said this so many times, but the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer was like the first foundation product that I really ever used, and that was because it's what my mom used all the time. So whenever I would get ready to go to school, I would go to her vanity, steal her makeup,
And
being
use it.
the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, and use it.
So since I have a bit of a tan and I don't feel that I need it, although this is incredible, you put it on, it's lightweight, you don't see it, it just makes everything even.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Drunk Elephant D-Bronze Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops,
Yep,
which
one
is
of
a
my
tongue twister.
favorites.
Jamie loves it, turned me on to it, I love it, but you cannot use it alone.
No.
So what I do is, since I didn't over moisturize, I take a little pump of my moisturizer,
Okay.
and then I take a little, not even a full pump, you could see, it's just a small pump here. So Jamie, you have to do it.
And you don't use the foundation with it? So
No.
do you use this instead of your foundation?
Yeah, and I could be using my foundation with this, but today I'm choosing not to.
Doing something like this, mixing like the debronzy into a moisturizer is really nice for, you know, a no makeup look. But for me, I like a little bit of coverage.
Right. So if you wanted the coverage, you'd be doing it.
I'm actually gonna take her Laura Mercier and I'm gonna mix it in.
I could do that too. So
okay,
let's
so
do
we're both
3.
gonna do it.
Okay, so
Nice
very,
little
very
concoction.
little. And we're gonna smush it up.
I mean, just the fact that you're mixing it with the moisturizer anyway, it's going to make it so lightweight, but at least you're getting a little bit of pigment with the, oh my god, this is so dark for me.
And I rub it in.
With your fingers. You don't use a brush?
No, I don't use a brush for this. I'll do 2 more steps now on my cheeks.
What?
I don't know why. Because once I use this and everybody, even you told me, your makeup looks amazing. And it was because I did what I just did. And then I put this on.
On top?
On top.
No.
I do. I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It says you could put it on top of your makeup, you know.
Let me read this. No, it's a makeup primer. Can be worn alone under makeup or dabbed on top of makeup as a highlight.
See? So what I do is I just take a teeny weeny bit, like literally, like that, and I just put it on my,
just learned something
I put
new.
it on my cheeks. Yeah.
What do you feel like that does?
I don't know, but it looks beautiful.
What do you mean? Do you use it as like a highlighter?
No. I don't know. It just makes you shiny a little bit. I have 3 concealers that I like. Okay. The Charlotte Tilbury, the Chanel, and the...
Well, you need to say what it is. So this is
Bye Bye Under Eye.
Okay, so the Chanel is the Eclat Lumiere highlighting face pen, which is very similar-ish to the original Charlotte Tilbury concealer.
It's practically the same. This is a little bit thinner, and what I like about it is that it's so thin, it does not sit in your fine lines and wrinkles, which I can't stand, and it stays on pretty much all day.
But it's funny that you like the Bye Bye Under Eye because that is literally the exact opposite.
I use
the smallest amount.
I heat it up on my hand like that to make it mushy, and just put it in the corner and right underneath. And then I take my most favorite brush in the world. It's the Marc Jacobs.
It's the Marc Jacobs concealer brush number 14. It's kind of like a slanted concealer brush,
and it's pretty dense. I just gently go along just under. I don't put it all the way down and all the way up and like huge V's. I really concentrated on where I'm purple and in the corner of my eye. Yeah,
I kind of tend to do the same thing. I mean, sometimes I do go a little bit crazy with my concealer and I do a large, you know, inverted triangle. On a day-to-day basis, I try to apply as little product as possible. Oh, sorry, you're using
Hold on, and then I'll take what's left on my hand, which is, it's still there, and I put it on my eyelid. I have a freckle on my eyelid that looks like, I don't know, dirt if I don't cover it. So I use that concealer and I do my whole eyelid because it works good as a eyeshadow base. For this concealer, I actually prefer to use it with my finger. I find it really warms it up. When I apply this product specifically with my finger, it's not quite as thick. Whereas when I apply it with a brush, I find it a little bit thick, which I find it, you know, it's interesting that you use a brush, but you always use concealer brushes. To set that concealer, because even though it's great and it's thin and it doesn't go in. Oh, you have to set this concealer. You don't have to, but I find that I do. You do. And I use the new Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Yeah, so I got a little... Another one that obviously she got from me because... Yes. I love that stuff, as you guys know. Shake out just a small amount. I take a very loose brush. I don't even know what kind of brush. Oh my god, that brush is probably from the 90s. Yeah, from the 90s at least. And I just very lightly take most of it off, and I just... See, my mom used to be so against powder, even more so that I was against powder, you know, but I kind of told her that she needs powder, especially underneath the eye, so that the concealer doesn't settle even more, because she was kind of set on the idea that if you apply powder, it's just gonna look heavier, which sometimes they definitely cracky and cakey. But if you use a really small amount, you use a really finely milled powder, then it's not gonna happen. I actually would suggest more so a pressed powder for mature skin. See, for me, for powder, even though I don't love it, I still always put it not only underneath my eyes, but on my nose, on my forehead, on my chin. She doesn't do that. I will not do that. Brows. Ooh, we're gonna do the brows. So we both use the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. Yeah, and we both use number 4. Yeah. Love it. They recently expanded their shade range, so they really have like a shade for literally everybody, no matter what your hair color is. And it's one of my favorite pencils because it's very fine, so you're really able to create hair-like strokes. It's really easy to use. And it's great. Why do you like it? I like it because I don't have a lot of hair on my brows, and I find that this is so thin, and because my eyebrows, I don't have like a bushel of brow like Jamie does. If it was a thick pencil, you're gonna see that, and this actually imitates the fine hairs that are on your brows. So I just fill in where I don't have hair.
What I like to do is I actually like to put brow gel through my brows before I go in to fill in my brow. I just find that when I use a brow gel first, it actually does a lot of the work for me, so I don't have to actually use as much pencil. This is the Gimme Brow, and this one is in the shade, I don't even know what the shade is, 3.5. I like using this if I want my brows to be a little bit more defined, but I also like the 24-hour brow setter. You guys know I use that one all the time. It's my favorite clear brow gel. Makes your brows look really fluffy, but this is more of a fibery brow gel, so it makes your brows a little bit darker, and it kind of gives them a little bit more thickness too. This is my mom's, by the way, this isn't mine, so you obviously like this too because it makes your brows look thicker.
Thicker, sometimes there's a gray hair that sneaks in there, so it covers it up.
I just got my brows done, which is such a game changer. Getting your brows threaded is literally the best thing ever. Oh my God, how good do my brows look right now though, honestly?
Yeah, they're pretty perfect. So much fun sitting next to a 25-year-old. So first for my eyes, if I'm not, I don't wear a lot of eyeshadow. When I do it very naturally. I use neutrals and stuff. Sometimes I go crazy and I use a turquoise liner and black together. I do like a fun double line, and I use red. I love red, and I use coppers a lot. And this, as you can see, I just bought a new one because it's really teeny. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Chameleon Amber Haze for the eyes. If you don't have a line on your eyes just, I think, get lost a little bit. I find it makes a very big difference.
Especially because you wear glasses.
Yeah.
I find it's nice to always have a little bit of like definition in the lash line.
I just put it on the top 3/4 of my eyelash line, and then on the bottom also, I'd say 1/3 to 2/3 underneath. And then I just blend it out with a great little brush that I have that I'll show you in a second.
Okay, so for me, I don't normally line my eyes with something like that. I normally would go in with just black. My mom doesn't really love using black all that much.
I used to, but I find now it's very harsh.
Yeah. I also personally like to wing out my eyeliner. My mom doesn't really do that very much.
So as you could see, when I put the eyeliner on, I do it thinner over here, and then I thicken up at the outer corner, and then I use that and I just run it down underneath. And then what I do is I will blend it out with a very small tapered brush, and I just find if I run it and I blend it a little bit, it actually stays better and it doesn't smudge. There, your turn. Ollie, don't need my brush.
What I do, I don't like to bring the copper all the way towards the inner corner of my eye.
I don't either.
You don't?
No, okay. I don't put anything in the corner.
I kind of just keep it towards the outer corner.
Yeah.
And I don't normally like to actually put stuff on my lower lash line. Like, especially for every day, I don't, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the same brush that she used, and I'm just going to kind of flick it out on the outer corner just to create like a subtle wing, just to elongate the line a little bit. It's not going to be very defined or anything. It's just going to be very, very soft. We're missing blush, bronzer, highlighter.
And curly lashes.
Yeah, I almost never use a lash curler.
Okay, what?
I mean, I do. It's not like I'm against it, but I just always forget, to be honest.
Okay, I will not put on mascara without it, because otherwise your lashes just are like, aren't. Favorite drugstore mascara is still the same from, I think it was the last time I may have talked about it. It is the L'Oreal Butterfly Effect. I mean, that's one coat. Look at the difference. It's huge. I do also use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, light to medium. And what I do...
Did you buy that because of Sam?
I did. But I don't put it under my eye. I put it right in the corner. In the tear duct area, I don't even bring it down. It brightens it up.
That's actually so smart. I would have never. So I'm bringing this on the inner corner of my eye. Oh my God.
And just on the V. That's it.
It's
and it catches the light.
It's just like a natural looking inner corner highlight.
Exactly, except it's not powder, which for me doesn't stay really. And it goes in the wrinkles. And this being kind of like the It concealer has the same consistency, and it just stays there.
Wow. I'm gonna go buy that.
Mama Paige.
Killing it with those tips.
Okay, blush. One of my other favorites from this one, the Hourglass. Which one is this?
It's the Ambient lighting palette.
I mix the two bottom blushes together. So I take a little dab of the pink and a touch of the coral, and I just put it right on the apples of my cheeks. I just put blush everywhere. I find it just ties everything together.
Or the highlight?
No, I put the blush.
Oh.
And I put it here.
Okay.
And I just bring it like, I kind of dust everything and I don't re-dip. I just, down my nose, over here. I just put it everywhere.
All right.
And I don't look like a clown. It just...
Well, those powders are so finely milled. They're so like...
They're amazing.
Light. So you would never over apply with an Hourglass powder.
No, and since I didn't bring the other highlighter, I'll take this highlighter, which is...
The corner.
This one. And I will use another brush because I don't like to mix. And I'll just put it right
Well,
here.
I kind of just did that, but I'm going to put a little bit more.
Lips. Jamie's blessed with these beautiful, luscious lips. She did not get them from me. That's from her dad. Let's just make that very clear. So I try, every time she puts lipstick on, I want to die because I don't have those lips and I want them. I try and like overdraw it, but like in a very discreet way. And when I do it just a little bit, Jamie always goes, your lips really look good today. And I go, I know why. I take a nudie pink, and this is a ColourPop lippy pencil in Beeper. It looks very weird. I had to sharpen it. I don't know, it became looking like a duck. Draw from the corner of my lip, and I kind of use a really light hand. I'm not pressing. I'm doing it super light, and these go on super, super smooth. And I'm doing it kind of right where my lip ends and my skin starts. So it's not on my lip, but not too much above either. And then for the bottom, so I do about here. And I kind of make it thicker at the bottom to give you like a pout. And then I'm gonna fill it in from the corners in a little bit to give the illusion of a bigger lip. Okay. And the lipstick that I brought. This is a nude stick, magentic matte lip color in rose.
Magnetic.
Magentic.
No, it's magnetic.
Oh, magnetic. Oh my, okay, cut. I have my Nude Sticks magnetic matte lip color in rose that I sometimes use. It's almost the same color as my skin.
It's a good color.
Or this Sicily color, which is fantastic. It's a number 1, it's called. And it's just, I think, the perfect color for me.
See, when I do my lips, if I want my lips to be a little bit more overdrawn, I will only overdraw on the center to give it like kind of a shadow, and then I'll overdraw on my Cupid's bow, and that's it. Otherwise, I look insane. And people ask me if I got lip injections, so.
Yeah, well, I don't ever have that problem.
What's this, Sicily?
Yeah, it's number 1. It's a beautiful color. And if I want to sharpen up the edge around underneath my mouth, I take whatever's left on my concealer brush. I just sharpen it, and it really makes a difference. I go right like this, Jane.
I love this lip color.
And then, wait, we put some Buxom Best. I put Dolly just a little bit on top. There you have it. There's Mummy ready for the day. Oh, you look like me.
I have not enjoyed my base makeup as much as I'm enjoying it in this very moment.
We'll call it the Trudy Makeup 101.
It's just so fresh looking. It doesn't look like I'm wearing any foundation at all. And my skin looks so glowy. I'm obsessed.
Do we look like twins?
Your hair is much more red. All right, guys. So I think that's kind of it. That was really fun.
That was really fun.
I actually genuinely very much enjoyed that.
Oh.
My mom obviously used a lot of similar products as I do, but her technique is a little bit different. My favorite technique that you taught us today is the inner corner highlighter thing. But you said Sam taught you that?
I think I saw it on one of her videos, yeah.
Okay, so you can't take full credit.
No, I don't take any credit.
I heard it here first.
Yes.
So, Sam, who's the beauty guru now? This one. Thank you so much, Mom, for joining me on today's video.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I really hope that you guys learned something new today. All right, guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And, of course, subscribe if you
aren't already.
See more videos like this. Okay. Bye.